Yeah, been out here looking at my trees, looking at everything's growing. So anyway, let me show you what I've been talking about. My trees. Now I'm only in the backyard, so I'm only going to show you what's back here. Then maybe another day I'll take you out front and show you what's out there. This is a maple tree. Now I know it doesn't look like much, but it started real little. And then it grew, and then we moved it, and it went into shock, and I thought it died. That's what that big stick is right there that you see. It was how big the tree was, and then it come back. So anyway, that's the maple tree, Florida maple. This is one of my little bonsai trees out by my wife's shed. Not a bonsai tree, my little pine tree. And, I'm going to go ahead and leave it there for a while, see how it does. Maybe we will make it a pot tree, and just leave it in a pot instead of replanting it, and I'll just try to shape it and everything. So to be a, mid bonsai tree. Not real small, but. Now here's my autumn blaze. Again, same thing. We moved it from another house, and I thought it was going to die. Now I moved it back, I put it in my front yard for a while, and it wasn't doing real well. So I moved it back here, and now it's doing great, as you can see all the new growth and everything on it. And you can really tell I'm not hurting for trees. It's all oak trees. There's a big pine tree up there, but a lot of oak trees. Got to thin them out, actually. Now, a lot of these are grown by seed. That one, the one that you just see a little green sprouting out, this one down here, and this one you see a little sprout on the sides, is a camphor tree. It used to be in an old plant bed. This is a heritage birch, grew from seed. This is my pecan tree, right there, the one in the front. One in the back is a magnolia, and I got some seeds. Those down there is 2 sweet gums. Okay, so they're sweet gum trees. Another little Florida maple I took off my brother-in-law a couple weeks ago. Same time I took this one, but this one's doing a lot better. That is my golden rain tree, and I got 3 of them in pot still. And, this one's next year, it'll be ready to plant somewhere. Little Ginkgo bilbo. There's a whole story behind that I'll have to tell you. I mean, a whole story. Long story. More oak trees. More oak trees. Now I've got 4 good pine trees in the yard that I want to keep. Maybe 5. But that's one of the nicer ones, I think. I got 2 big ones out front, of course, but that's my pine tree right there. Then the rest of them are a bunch of oak trees. Now, buried in there is another pine tree. One of them needs to go ahead and come out, though. It's growing all crooked and everything. So then, of course, you can see many, many, many more oak trees. So that's what we're trying to do, thin some of them out and plant some other trees. Now, back there you see by the fence another little magnolia tree. Okay, that's what that is, trying to grow back there in a pot. These are fringe trees. I have one of them here and another one over there. I'll zoom in on a little bit. They're doing pretty good. They are fringe trees, so we're working on them. Hopefully one day they grow up with little white things coming off of them, flowers, and they look gorgeous. Now this is a little Florida pine, so I am going to try to bonsai it later on in the year. I figure I'll give it till fall to grow a little bit more. Then I want to go ahead and put it in a bonsai pot and try to start training it a little bit. So, to bend around a little bit and little things. Now here's another tree back here. I got it by my little plant stand, and it's my wagon I use to go around the yard. But, and it's closed up because it's getting dark. But this is a royal poinsettia. It's a dwarf poinsettia. Now, I thought it was dead. I mean, literally thought it was dead. We put it in a 5-gallon bucket, only because that's what we had sitting there, and said, well, let's leave it in here, move it to the backyard, and fill the bucket up with water and see what it does. Well, look at it. This has only been a matter of a couple of weeks, maybe. I mean, it's looking great. Especially just a couple of weeks ago, I mean, it looked like shit. We thought it was actually dead. So, and you can see the big part of the tree did die. So it's growing off the roots. I mean, awesome. Hopefully it continues to grow. There's a Japanese red maple that you're looking at. Hard to see from here. I'll show you some more. Alright, you can see that one pretty good. That's my Japanese red maple, and I have another one right over here. Another Japanese. Now that's a bowl full of, actually it's a popcorn tree or a Chinese tallow. Another green Japanese maple, and you can tell by the leaves. Now over here, not that anyone cares to see a pot of dirt, but that's all it is right now. It's a pot of dirt. I actually started some Chinese elms over here, so if I can get them growing, that would be awesome. So, I mean, for the winter, Florida's not too bad, so I can actually transport them in a pot and put them in a greenhouse, and they'll be ready to go by next year. So that's what they are.